Thank you for joining us today at Homestead for Life. Today we are going to do something a little bit different. Today we are going to use all these items and we are going to prep some camping food. So what we've got here are just some Knorr sides that you see at any grocery store. Typically you just boil some water, add some milk and some butter, boil it up for a little while and you're ready to go. But we are going to add our shredded and freeze-dried rotisserie chicken. So this way we have a full meal. We've got our carbs, we've got broccoli in one of them, but we've got our protein as well. So for camping, it's going to make this really simple. Essentially, to prepare these when you're out, you are going to just simmer all of these things, and we're going to prep them in a Mylar bag. You're going to simmer all these things in the right amount of water for the right amount of time, and dinner is done. So it's going to add some simplification to your camping trip, and especially if you're backpacking, it's a lot lighter, a lot less to carry with you if you're going to have a water source where you're going. So let's get started. The first one we're going to do is our cheddar broccoli. So cheddar broccoli rice. What we're going to do is we're going to open this up. We're going to pour the whole thing in our Mylar bag. I already labeled it and filled it out because that makes life a little bit easier. They're easier to fill out when they're empty, right? So what I've done is read the ingredients on here and then calculated what that means for my powdered butter, my powdered milk. You can, if you have a freeze dryer, you can freeze dry your own milk. You cannot freeze dry your own butter. So full disclosure, I have no idea what is in that butter. Probably can't be good, but it's butter. We know it wasn't good for us. So it's fine. For our milk, so the powdered milk that you can get at any grocery store, it is, let me double check my cheat sheet notes, a 1-to-4 ratio milk to water. So if you want, half a cup of milk, you're going to put in half a cup of milk and 1/4 of that in powder. So we need 2 tablespoons of the milk powder. And this is for a double portion. So for a double portion, we need 2 tablespoons of the milk powder. And for a double portion, we need 2 tablespoons of the butter powder. And then I'm adding 1.5 cups of our freeze-dried chicken as well. Most of these list the butter as optional. So if you don't have the powdered butter, you don't have easy access to it, I got mine off Amazon. But if you don't have it, it's not the end of the world. So we are gonna fill this up with our shredded chicken the best we can. And rehydrating your shredded chicken, your freeze-dried chicken, is about a 1-to-3 ratio. So we've got 1.5 cups of chicken. Only half a cup of water is going to be enough to rehydrate just the chicken. So what I've already done is calculated out how much water it says for the original recipe, how much water to add for the powdered milk, how much water for the powdered butter, and how much water for the powdered chicken. And the end result is just a hair over 2/3 of a teaspoon over 4.5 cups of water. So you will simmer 4.5 cups of water and pour this in and let the whole thing simmer for 7 to 9 minutes, and your meal is done. And you've got 5 portions. That rice is going to puff up a lot. So 5 meals right here in a bag, ready to go camping. Easy peasy, right? The next one we're gonna do is just fettuccine Alfredo. Okay, this one, because it's a pasta side instead of a rice side, the pasta takes up more space. So you're not gonna get as many portions out of this one. This whole bag is considered one portion once it's cooked. Whereas the rice is considered, each bag is considered 2.5 portions. But essentially all of our steps are the same. We're gonna put everything in. I've already calculated it all out. I've got my cheat sheet here that I'll share with you. And it already fills up a lot more in the bag than it did. We need 4 tablespoons, Alfredo, right? Takes more milk. 4 tablespoons of milk powder. Okay. And then the same 2 tablespoons of butter powder. And our 1.5 cups of chicken. So our milk was a 1:4 ratio, milk powder to water. Our butter is a 1:8 ratio. But the opposite way. So it's 1 part water to 8 parts butter. So it's a little different in the ratios there. But that's it. We're going to add an oxygen absorber and we're going to seal these up. And we are ready to go. Now with the pasta, your gauge is less your time and more about your pasta being tender. So the last time I made one of these, that I cooked one of these bags up, it took closer to 9 to 10 minutes for the pasta to be tender. So just something to be aware of, and enjoy your camping food.